produce for large family households daily. Underground water systems irrigate acres of gardens, and elaborate ornamental plantings require armies of gardeners. The desire to garden is universal. We even garden high atop city spires, not quite the hanging gardens of Babylon. Long steeped in magic and myth, plants are nature's conjurers. Even a dandelion, a lowly weed, can change raw chemicals into carbohydrates and proteins. Animals can't do that. Plants use a term called photosynthesis. Their leaves contain chlorophyll, making them green. They absorb sunlight from a microscopic opening and breathe in carbon dioxide. With water and other nutrients, the plant converts the sun's energy into glucose, which is the plant's own energy, the basis of all food. Their waste product is oxygen, vital for animals. We exhale carbon dioxide, essential for photosynthesis, which may be why talking or singing seems to make plants grow. Some plants cheat. Instead of making their own food, they steal it. The dodder, a vampire of the plant world, embraces its victim and uses special suckers to drain its vital juices. Plants have evolved to survive most of what Earth dishes out, even some plastic discs. The saguaro cacti are American best. Leather skins with watertight. To reduce water loss, their leaves are mere spines, which also help to protect the plant. Saguaro may store a ton of water to survive dry spell, but the water tank can spell danger in a thunderstorm. A lightning strike can instantly boil the plant's water supply. Rainfalls, plants challenges congestion. There's always a danger of individual. Smaller plants may have to take their chances in the shadows, or, like air plants, ride to the sky, trees. Far above the ground, a bromeliad uses its cup-shaped leaves to catch and store rainwater. The leaves also make a nice swimming pool. A mountaintop raises different problems for a plant. The air may be cold, but the sunlight can be too bright. The answer, leaves with a furry surface act like sunscreen. A leaf may be cloaked in sun protection factor 4, or perhaps factor 24. The hardy dandelion thrives in most parts of the world, but it's as sensitive as any other plant. A sprinkle of rain crosses the flower and close. Giant water lilies have buoyancy tanks in their leaves. Their amazingly sturdy pattern of rings inspired London's Crystal Palace, a similar system of girders to support construction of tons of glass. Plants are found in every environment on Earth, and in the ocean. Plants thrive in relentless waves and salt. In such conditions, kelp can grow 18 inches in one day. In the Pacific Ocean, there are marine forests called lush rainforests. It's a secret twilight world. There are many mysteries and legends about the power of plants. The best known, Jack and the Magical Bee, which when planted grows up to the sky, taking Jack to the kingdom of the giants. The ancient Greeks believed the souls of the dead rested in bees. Legend tells of the mathematician Pythagoras died in trapped there by his murderers, afraid to crush the sacred beings underfoot. Plant myths abound. The woman who plants too much lettuce will never marry. Any vampire movie fan knows that garlic is protection from evil spirits and undead. The woman who puts an onion under her pillow will dream of her future husband. Probably cry a lot too. Chicory was said to bring invisibility and would cause blocked chests to spring open. But beware of basil. According to an ancient French physician, smelling it can cause scorpions to breed in your brain. The longest, most relentless war ever is the one between plants and their insect enemies. Plagues of locusts regularly wipe out crops in Africa and Asia. Swarms of countless millions can destroy a year's supply of food for a small town in just a few hours. Even domestic plants have a tough time. Aphids suck them dry. Caterpillars rip them to pieces. And whole battalions of birds and mammals can hardly wait to devour them. Some attack with more sophisticated weapons than others. But plants have developed weapons of their own to fight back. Our dandelion has gooey latex resin to gum up insects' mouths. It's similar to the stuff tigers are made. During World War II, Russian scientists found a species with enough latex to make rubber parts for tank frames. By war's end, 250,000 Russian tanks rode on dandelion. Tobacco plant resorts to chemical warfare. It contains nicotine, instant death-making insects with no health warning. The Stinging Nettles artillery consists of thousands of tiny hypodermic syringes which emit burning chemicals. Some plants use more conventional hardware, but no medieval torture chamber boasted such an array of weapons to scrap, pierce, and tear flesh. Even holding an innocent-looking rose can have a price. Legend says that all roses were once white, became red only after blood was spilled on them. Yet red roses have long been the symbol of love. Roses were sacred to the Roman goddess. Village strewn with rose petals, the Romans drank rose wine, washed in rose water, and planted rose bushes to thank their gods. Victorians used an elaborate language of flowers, like roses like passion, yellow and vanilla, fresh bud for a new love, full bloom for love on the way, and bud for spirit. So in Victorian times, full yellow roses meant goodbye. Insects are normally plants sometimes hired as protectors. This occasionally is controlled by an ant security force which rarely attacks invaders, even those that are much larger. In return, the ants get a home and food which the tree secretes in the form of an oily substance. Some plants are jokers. Passion flower sprouts dummy eggs to make butterflies lay their very real eggs elsewhere. The dummy eggs never hatch into hungry caterpillars. This tortoise is tricked. Stone. Animals are fools, so they will leave it well alone. plant's looks were considered symbolic of the illnesses it could cure, according to ancient herbalists. A plant with a twisted root, the pink flower of Bitir, was deemed to cure for snake bite. Chicory with a bright blue flower, which opens when the sun shines, was considered a cure for failing sight. Other notions seem less logical. For instance, a potato in the pocket is an antidote to rheumatism, but only if it's a stolen potato. However, herbal remedies often work and still are effective. The dandelion was a traditional remedy for kidney complaints. It was known to affect the bladder, hence its nickname, Bitir. In fact, a drink made from dandelion leaves can relieve problems of the bladder and kidneys. Native Americans and others chewed the bark of willow trees to cure cancer. And it works. The reason? Willow bark contains salicylic acid, the basis of aspirin. Chinese herbalists have spread the practice of holistic medicine far beyond their homeland. We now realize that many folk cures have their roots in solid medical science. Foxglove yields the drug digitalis, still used to treat heart disease. Cannibals use the healing qualities of plants. Chimpanzees are known to seek out plants as medicines for themselves and their young. And new medical discoveries continue to be made. The species of periwinkle can be a breakthrough in treating leukemia. Plants can perform miracles of life, or they can spell death. For a pitcher plant, a silent trap is for a great audience. When the plant needs to supplement its diet with insects, it stands ready to lure them in, with color and nectar. But this is no flower, it's a death trap. The nectar is drugged, so groggy insects fall straight into the slippery pitcher. There is no escape, just an acid bath of digestive juices.
If that was big enough to develop that?
His granddad of pitcher plants has been known to devour rats. And this carnivorous plant, the Venus flytrap, lets some believe it came from outer space. An insect touches the plant's tiny trigger hairs and its peril. Brushing the hair once doesn't close the trap. It takes at least 2 strokes. Springtime. The countryside comes alive. Flowers start putting on a show. It's the mating season. Well, plants try to ward off insects for most of the year. Now it's a different story. They do all they can to attract them. Plants need a go-between to distribute their pollen, their sex cells, so they woo almost anything that flies, with fragrances and sweet nectar. But first and foremost, plants use spectacular visual effects. Flowers. Birds and insects feast on nectar to get a good dusting of pollen. This gets brushed off on the next flower leaf. After the flowers and the romantic together, there'll be new progeny for the plants. Like others, the dandelion can't its visitors with the lavish stash of nectar. It's a key player in the production of honey. Frenzy for flowers. Cherry peaked during the 17th century in Holland. Tulips had been imported from Turkey. And tulip mania soon took hold. There was a race to breed new colors. A tulip stock market developed. There were bankruptcies, suicides, even murders. Finally, the government was forced to control prices. However, if you happen to know where to get your hands on the blue flowers may have seductive powers over humans, but they work even better on insects. Unlike humans, insects see ultraviolet light. From a bug's eye view, a flower's color holds an intense attraction. Its petals glow like pilots homing in on landing lights. Insects are zeroed in. Plants try to outdo each other, developing more dazzling, sweeter smelling flowers. It's like a fashion parade. And some plants seem especially cunning. Bee orchids imitate the female. They look like her, smell like her, feel so much like her. But the male bee tries to mate, gathering pollen as he does. Realizing he's been fooled, he flies off, only to make the same mistake over and over again.
That's so stupid.
Some flowers smell bad, like this Amorphophallus titani.
This one smells like pizza.
The plant's huge middle poker can grow as tall as an elephant and stinks of rotting gum. It's a stench only a beetle should love. Actually, flies too crawl their way, treasury of pollen.
Flower in your house.
Another flower plant owes its name to the debonair Victorian gentleman, Sir Thomas Raffles. His time a merchant, soldier, botanist, and colonial administrator. He founded the London Zoo and in 1817 gave his name to the world's biggest, smelliest flower, Rafflesia arnoldi. It blooms rarely and briefly, but oh, when it does, a smell like ripe milk, the look of ripe meat, and the size of a coffee table. Flies think they've hit the big time. In the human world, plants have always been important. Even the dandelion, fully grown, can be used as a salad ingredient, coffee substitute, potent wine, unreliable timekeeping.
All right, we'll eventually see the end of that. Okay, we got 5 minutes, so.
Good afternoon, Wildcats, and sorry for the
The
interruption.
computers, turn in the works, your name's on it. Plug it in.